we welcome you to ESPN's College Football Primetime, presented by Hampton Hotels. This indeed is Gator country. A blowout tonight as number 23 South Carolina and number 22 Florida get set to do battle here in the swamp for the right to go to Atlanta, representing the SEC East. The Gamecocks want to get there. Would have been a lot shorter trip if they'd just had to go to the Georgia Dome, but first they have to come 358 miles south before they can go 331 miles to the Georgia Dome, where they've never been. It's kind of old hat for Florida because they've been the SEC East representative 10 times. South Carolina, one of 3 teams in the East that has never had the honor of getting to that game for the Gators and the Gamecocks. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, packed to the rafters. What's at stake? The winner wins the SEC East. South Carolina would be their first SEC championship. They've never won in Gainesville. The Gators have won 18 of the last 19. The only loss was in 2005 to a Steve Spurrier coached South Carolina squad. And then if you missed the beginning of the game, it started with a bang. A 100-yard kickoff return. That's where we are, 7-0. And now a 3rd and 3. Marcus Lattimore gets an all-important first down for South Carolina.
Now Dunn has played a lot, but his first start in 8 ball games.
Marcus Lattimore straight ahead up the middle, and a first down run. And that looked more like the Marcus Lattimore of a couple of weeks ago and most of the season. And the 5 wins, huge games for South Carolina, and in the losses, and he only had 30 yards, which was a season low last week in that loss to Arkansas. 2nd and 10. Blitz is coming. Lattimore's trying to run by it, and he does. And he's got a first down before my Black put him down along with Will Hill in the secondary.
There's nobody left in the second level of the defense. Watch, as soon as he clears through there, there's no other defenders. And now it's just a straight run. So nice job by Lattimore just breaking some arm tackles, and when he got to the second level of the defense, there was no one there.
1st and goal. Back to the ground. Lattimore, touchdown. Good-looking South Carolina drive, but again, they didn't have to go that far due to the penalty on the special team. For Marcus Lattimore, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. Now it's Lattimore up the middle again, and woo. Ahmad Black got his shoelace, or he might have been off for a bigger game.
They have been one of the top 5 teams in the country every year stopping the run.
Another first down for the Gamecocks, moving it from their own 5-yard line. Lattimore, again, the middle has been the good spot for him, and a soft spot defensively as he got about 7 or 8 more. Marcus Lattimore, 14 touchdowns as a freshman. Reggie Cobb has the SEC record of 20 back in '87. Pretty good names in there, huh?
Yeah, not bad. He's a special kid now, I'll tell you. A special player. He does not look like a freshman. He doesn't play like a freshman. He only had 105 the whole game last week against Arkansas.
And they moved it from their own 5 out to the 35 and to another first down on 5 runs. And Lattimore's back in there now. 2nd down and 6. Garcia wants to throw a screen. Lattimore's in front of his blockers, but that's all right. He does his own thing and picks up the first down.
Boy, did you see how quickly Lattimore got his eyes downfield? As soon as he caught that screen, he turned his eyes back inside. Torrey Gurley's going to find himself getting open here a little bit.
Lattimore almost broke it. I can't get my hands out 7 more feet than they already are. 9th play of the South Carolina drive. Draw play for Lattimore. Broke a couple of tackles, and he's still driving guys with him.
They are just pushing this Florida defensive front around in the running game, and Lattimore using excellent vision.
But right now, only 15 seconds more to work. Garcia, screen pass to Lattimore. Lattimore in the open field, trying to get to the sideline now. Got a first down, and he got out of bounds.
What an unbelievable effort by Lattimore. And the presence to know, hey, we have no timeouts. I've got to run. I've got to get to the sideline to save a chance to score right before halftime.
From the right hash, trying to give South Carolina an all-important 3 more points. And the kick is up, and it is right down the middle again. That was a big kick and a huge play by a freshman in a big, big game. Marcus is all the way to the 21-yard line before he's run down by Will Hill. 18 more yards for Lattimore. And that puts him over 100. School record for a freshman running back is he is passed now Thomas Dendy in 1982. Dendy had 8:48. Marcus right now 8:58.
South Carolina in their history has never had a runner run for 1,000 yards and a receiver in the same season. Jeffrey's already there, and Mr. Lattimore is getting close.
Goes back as the tailback in the eye and bobbled it a little bit, and here he goes off to the races, and he's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. 21 more for number 21.
Great block by Kyle Nunn and the fullback DeMarco, and then outside D.L. Harris, or D.L. Moore, the wide receiver. Again, on both Lattimore's touchdown runs, outstanding blocking at the point of attack. That time the tackle and the fullback clearing the way.
South Carolina might be the team that ends up with 100 plays.
I was thinking the same thing.
And it's Lattimore almost breaking it again. Lattimore puts his hands on his blockers' backs and goes forward. And the offense back to work. Probably number 21 next. Here's Lattimore. Cuts outside. Got some room. He's got almost 20 more before they can bring him down.
This is old school hard-nosed football. Fullback I formation. He knocks the end guy out of the way and opens up a lot of green grass for a great runner.
Now a more normal setup with 4 wide receivers, and Garcia is going to go on a quarterback draw, and he is in. Touchdown.
And Marcus Lattimore, who's been the workhorse, got the key block. You want a guy who can do it all for you? Watch Marcus Lattimore with the great block on Edwards right there in the middle of the play, and Garcia right behind him to the end zone.
It is a career high night right now for Marcus Lattimore on those 39 carries, 185 yards. And here comes number 40. And there goes Marcus Lattimore to the 10-yard line, and wisely gets down and stays in bounds and lets the clock run. And now that trip to Atlanta did take a detour to Gainesville, but now they get to go back to Columbia, and then they will get to Atlanta. Perfect triangle there. And it's not a Bermuda triangle. It'll be the Steve Spurrier triangle and the Marcus Lattimore triangle, and 197 yards on 40 carries. So we guessed 40 and 200, and we're pretty close. Second down and goal at the 11-yard line. Lattimore broke 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, still on his feet. He might score. He's in. Touchdown. And Marcus Lattimore just punched the final ticket to the Georgia Dome for the Gamecocks. A dominating performance for the Gamecocks' first win ever in Gainesville, and this is the capper for number 21.
Well, DeMarco with a block, 2 bad tackles by the Gators, and then watch the end, just the surge. T.J. Johnson was behind him, grabbed him, and just pulled him into the end zone, and then other guys push him from the front. But this guy has been spectacular tonight.
I didn't think when you and I watched the Georgia game that I would see a better performance out of him. We just did tonight.
Well, he is what makes the engine go. I mean, when that running game is on, Marcus Lattimore is doing what he's doing. Garcia's better. Alshon Jeffrey gets one-on-one matchups, and the whole team plays better.
No ball coach just got wet over there. Here it comes.
Wow, they got him good.
Yeah,
too.
They did get him good. Although he kind of looked like he knew it was coming.
I think he was ready to take that one.
He braced for that.
He did.
Yeah. Yep. South Carolina blitzing on the last play of the ball game, and it pays off. And now the celebration can begin. And now if they're going to give him a lift, they might as well give him a lift. He's been carried off this field before wearing different colors. Tonight, as a head coach of South Carolina, he wins the SEC East, and the Gamecocks are heading to Atlanta. Congratulations to Steve Spurrier in South Carolina.
Well, Coach, you said that this was going to take a whole different level of commitment from your players today. When did you start noticing that in this game?
Oh, I don't know, Holly. Our defense was outstanding the whole game, and of course we got Marcus Lattimore, which gives us a chance against anybody. But the entire team played great. Hey, my man, good luck to y'all. Thanks. Yeah, and it was just a great win for South Carolina, for our state, our team. It's just really good for us.
You've had some pretty big moments here in the Swamp, Coach. How does this rate up there with those?
Well, it's a good one. It's a good one for me at University of South Carolina, for us to win our first ever division and win it down here. Sort of ironic, but that's how it happened. And we were blessed. God smiled on the Gamecocks tonight, that's for sure.
Thank you, Coach.
Sure.
A happy Steve Spurrier. A happy flock of Gamecocks. They win it 36-14 is the final score. The old ball coach comes back to the old stomping grounds and wins it going away. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Todd and Holly and our entire crew, Brad Nessler saying good night from Game